for him. Oh my gosh, hush your face. There we go.
Yes, yes, yes. Now we are live. There, Laura. We're live.
Patience is a virtue, my dear. So I did questions for Vegas, and I got like the three basic YouTube questions for Messall, but I'm just gonna wing it because I know him better, and hope they don't screw it up.
Yeah.
And I couldn't. It's more difficult to come up with questions for him.
Hello, Susie. Thanks for stopping in. She said hi, Mama Q.
Hey, I'm just gonna. You don't need to see my face.
I gotta put my glasses on because I gotta keep track of this stuff.
Yeah, just
Damaris, hello. Well, hey, Laura. Hey, Robert.
I'm just gonna do both tonight. Mess hall knows what my face looks like.
I'll
Oh,
wait a couple of minutes, see if more people pop in, and then if not, then I'll just do the introduction and we'll go along. Hey, Brandon, welcome.
yeah. So we'll give it till let's see 6:40. That's what I did last night. Give it 5 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, that'll work.
Did you get all your
Me
stuff
and
packed up, ready to go, JJ?
What was that, Miss Hall?
You get all your stuff packed up? You ready to hit the woods?
Oh, hell yeah. I did that shit early in the morning. Cleaned my guns, both guns for me and my son. Got all the clothes ready. Everything's done.
he's more than ready.
And
I'm,
and I was late because I usually have this shit done like 2 weeks in advance.
I'm sure Mama Don's like, yeah, no, you'll be out of the house for a while.
Hello, Michaela. Hello, Mama Dawn. Hello. We got 9 people in here now.
Hi, Mama Don. Hi, Michaela. She says, hi,
Damaris.
you. Hi, Mess Hall. No, hi, Dad. Hello, Prevolution. You changed it, but I'm still calling you Prevolution. It's weird.
Hi. Oh,
You see, I'm just like that. Did you nap today?
no. Well, I kind of did for like 20 minutes.
Does that mean he doesn't get his family back yet, Michaela?
It was an unplanned one. It just happened.
Hi, Prev. Linda's house and chill. Hello.
2 minutes and we'll go. Hey, Linda's House of Chill. Welcome. How you doing? Matrix. Hello. No family back, father. You napped today. Well, he napped. She napped, so why couldn't I?
Oh, she made me nap. So after I talked to her. She called me, and I was talking to her, and I was falling asleep on the phone. I dropped the phone on my face, and I pick it back up. And so the second time I did it, she's like, "I'm ordering you to go to sleep now." She forced me to take a nap. She said, she said she's low key sick, so she has the right to nap.
Yeah.
But he's
I'm just sharing it out real fast, too, and then we'll get started.
You'll be able to ask some more questions about mess hall because you didn't know a whole lot about paranormal, but you don't got no excuse for this one. You guys have
I'm
more
sure
talk
you'll
than
do fine.
you're gonna help. You all nap. I slept for like 7 hours. You know how little I sleep, Mom and Dog.
Okay.
I mostly sleep during my nap during the day. Unlike Messel, who sleeps like an hour a month.
I
Yeah,
slept
really.
I slept 3 hours last night.
Exactly my point.
All
Well, I
right, we
sleep
got
about
10 people.
3 people. I sleep like 3 hours a night and then 3 hours during the day.
I'm going back to work after we finish up here.
Really?
Yep.
What kind of work?
I'm back at the barn.
Oh, you know. Dude, for real, it's like already 6:30.
All right, so we'll go. It's 6:40 now. Hello, Ruth.
Hello, Ruth.
Well, I named this series we have. It's called the Chatter. I should have just said the Chatterbox, but Chatter it'll work. But yeah, today we got the mess hall on, so he will be answering questions from us and everybody in the chat. So stay tuned for this, and I know this one's going to be a funny one.
All right.
Oh, you
Question,
can start that because I got to post his link every now and then too.
all right. I have the first three. The first three are always going to be the same. Question number one: tell us about your channel and what makes the difference from and all the other channels that are on the same genre as yours.
My channel is started out pretty much mainly cooking and a little bit of gardening, and then I kind of got hooked on the homestead side of it and met a lot of nice people there. And they led me to where my channel is today. So that's where you see on my son, it's got Ant Garden at the bottom of it. So I started adding into my gardening. But overall, I love to cook. If I had my way, I would own a barbecue restaurant. But I don't have my ways. I have everybody else's way, and I go with it.
Well, yeah, you'll have that.
Man, all the food he's always talking about. Like, I would love to go just eat dinner at your house one night.
Come on.
One day I'll make it to Alabama. I have family in Tennessee. It's not that far, actually.
I actually live right on the Alabama-Tennessee state line.
That's crazy.
You
I
can
have family
literally,
in Knoxville.
you can literally throw a rock across the state line.
Mama Dawn says, boobies.
I like boobies too.
I don't know. I don't know an intelligent person who doesn't.
36C,
What about a 3060?
perfect size.
I've done killed that a while ago. The average breast size in America is apparently a double D. Was it like a 32? What's the average breast size? All right. Now that I've been sidetracked fully. Second question. Um, what is your favorite thing about what you do? Like about your day-to-day life? I guess yours is more different than this channel.
Either way, between the farming, the cooking, um, everything I do, I provide for my family, and being able to see them get by, see the smile on their face, see them eat what they enjoy eating. That does everything for me. I don't need anything else. I don't need payment. I don't need anything. My family is number one.
And that's why we love you. You're so humble and down
All
to
right.
earth.
let's not make the this guy cry now with stuff like that.
It's payback for that song, really.
Hey, I will tell you, if my son pops in here, I will be squalling like a little girl.
Bruce said,
I know the
perfect.
feel. I did the same thing when my son came home.
Bruce said perfect size is ones that you're allowed to play with.
That's all of them. Just give away free mammogram exams.
Definitely not showing up to that. Miracle Whip equals poop, says your wife. That's not wrong.
They really don't, but
Yeah, it really does. All right, what was the last question? What inspired you to start YouTube?
Well, it started out, it's going to have to do with my disability. As some of you know, and many of you don't know, I am a recovering alcoholic. I am 16 months clean and free. I used to drink pretty much on an everyday basis after I got off work. I got sick, woke up 8 days later in the hospital. I was as close to dead as I could be. Fortunately, the God let me come back and let me stay. And when I got out, got to where I could, I got onto YouTube and started researching my illness, what I could do for it. I have liver failure and kidney disease. And I wanted to be able to try to heal my body naturally without surgery, without a transplant. And knock on wood, so far, that's the road I'm headed down. I haven't had any medications in almost a year. And knock on wood, I'm still doing good.
I'm so proud of you for,
that's awesome.
Like recovery is a big deal. I come from a family, long line of alcoholics.
Me too.
Scare my husband straight. He has a few beers out, at night when he comes home from work. I mean, it's not bad. But I just question, what's that doing to your body over a long period of time?
I was pretty much, told, if you keep drinking, you're going to die. You're dead. And when I left the hospital after they released me from being, pretty much in a coma for 8 days, I haven't craved it. I don't want it. You could drink in front of me. I don't care. I don't want it. The worst part about the whole thing was
that's what I was gonna say.
the worst part about everything was looking my kids in their eyes and them seeing me like I was. And that did it. No, I was done.
Yeah, not the same thing, but that's smoke.
That's what I was going to ask. Is it hard if somebody drinks around you?
Nah, I go to restaurants. All my family still drinks. My uncles, everything. One good thing that did come out of it, besides me going clean and sober, my dad is also 16 months clean and sober.
That's amazing.
So
yeah, I think when it's something that affects your life, it's easier. Even when someone does around you, it's not the same. But I quit smoking probably about 3.5, 4 years ago. They told me I had a lump on my lungs, and I was freaking out, okay. And people smoking around me didn't bother me. I just quit cold turkey because when it's your life, it's scary and a lot easier to quit something.
I actually dipped Copenhagen. I was good for at least a can of Copenhagen a day. But while I was in the hospital, the infection had got into my jaw and my neck, and they had to remove all the teeth from the side of my face.
Oh
So
my God.
I don't have any teeth right now from here over. And I also haven't had any tobacco since I was in the hospital. I quit that too.
Well, I actually think I got a question. So do you think that maybe some of the alcoholism and the want to drink was maybe triggered from the job that you had, working on the force? Because I mean, that's a lot. You see a lot of stuff.
When I was drinking, I did use the excuse that I drank to get sleep. I drank to rest my mind from what I saw as a police officer. And now, to tell you that since I'm clean and sober, no, it's nothing more than a freaking excuse. Alcoholism and drug addiction is in your head. If you want to quit, you will quit.
I just wonder if it might have triggered it a little, but yeah, I see your point.
Yeah, I believe in that because I think everybody has a choice. You didn't have, it was your choice to drink that drink or do that drug. So I listen, people might disagree with me. I don't think it's, I don't classify it as a disease because you do it to yourself. And if you want to stop it and cure yourself, you will.
Right? To me,
I
it
mean,
come down
I
to. Go ahead, JJ.
yeah, I was on, I did a lot of drugs when I was younger. And it was my choice. You know, I did bad things and I decided not to because it wasn't, I didn't want to leave the earth. I wanted to stop. And it's influence too with people around you.
Hmm.
That doesn't help.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
The wrong people can hurt you.
I agree.
I had
Peer
addiction
pressure
too.
is rough. Peer pressure is really hard. But like I say, it's bottom line. It comes down to that decision. I mean, do you want to die or do you want to live and see your family? I mean,
Yeah, I
one
just
big
wonder if
thing.
that's why you started it. Like if that's why you started drinking was because there's always something that starts you. And like I started doing drugs when my little brother passed away. There's always something that starts you in the way of your addiction. But
Yeah,
yeah, you have
I've
a choice.
I've drank and
Yeah.
partied ever since I was in pretty much middle school. I had no parental control when I was a child. I was wild. I smoked more marijuana when I was a kid than you could shake a stick at. Um, I quit. I haven't touched marijuana or any drugs since high school. I mean, that just wasn't my thing. But I kept drinking, and like I say, it catches up with you. You never think it will. You sit and watch everybody drink twice as much as you do every day, and you think it's not nothing's going to happen to me because they drink more than I do. But guess what? They still drinking, and my big ass is sitting here on disability. I mean, it happens. It's just God's got a way and a will for every one of us, and He takes and shows you His way, and it's your will to make the right decision and follow it.
When you got something beautiful to live, a lot of beautiful things to live for, including that sweet little girl of yours. That
That's exactly what made up my mind. And
I I should have been dead by now, honestly, between 3 suicide attempts and drugs and alcohol. God left me here for a reason, and I believe that reason is my children. Like I didn't have them yet, but like if I would have succeeded, where I would have had a beautiful life that's just gone.
yeah, it's my youngest daughter is 3 years old, and I plan on walking her down the aisle one day. So I mean, I got a long way to go.
Yeah, don't rush it. Please. You're emotional like I am. You don't want to rush it. Mine's coming up soon, and I know you guys will be doing a live for that, and you guys will see me. I'm going to have to wear sunglasses or something so you don't see how red my eyes are.
Mom and Dad said you're a strong person, Mess Hall, and you should be really proud of yourself. Ruth says she has a legit question. What is it, Ruth? Mom and Dad said there's so many who don't care to help themselves. Um, Vegas wants to know if you're paraplegic.
No, I am in a wheelchair. I can get up and walk around. I walk every day. Uh, but I can only walk and stand at certain time intervals. After I've been standing up and working out in the field for an hour, yeah, I got to go sit down for 10, 15 minutes,
This
sometimes
man
20
works
minutes.
harder.
I mean, but no,
Yeah,
I can stand up. I'm good.
from
Yeah, he works harder in 3 hours than a lot of people that I know all day long.
yeah, he works harder than me. I ain't gonna lie. Like, yeah, you can have that sucker. You're
Okay.
okay. Yeah. Um,
So
Ruth,
Ruth
go ahead.
said,
Do you want to read it?
okay, you can read it. Go ahead.
You can read
No,
it.
go ahead. Go. Told you.
Bruce said, from his time in law enforcement, what is the one law that you hated enforcing? That's a good question.
That's a tough one. I would say not that I really hated enforcing it. I hated dealing with it. Was going to be domestic violence. I hated it with a passion for the simple fact it didn't bother me to put the man in jail. It didn't bother me to put the woman in jail. Either one, I didn't care. Whoever was at fault and the primary aggressive, that's who I put in jail. But in the long run, who did I hurt? There's little kids back there that just watch me arrest their parents. Who did it affect in the long run? It affects them. They now have an anger toward law enforcement and toward police officers because I had to do that to get their parents separated.
And like you were saying, a lot of times, then the woman goes back or the man goes back and gets them again, and like just keeps living the same cycle over and over again.
Oh yeah,
that's gotta be frustrating.
If you arrest a man, I mean, I've seen it 9 times out of 10. You put a man in jail, 8 hours later when he's eligible to get out of jail and bond out, she's the one down there bonding him out. I mean, that was a
great answer.
That pissed me off really bad.
Well, yeah, I've lived that. My mom, I actually lived all of it. My mom, she was abused by my stepdad, and I actually was actually thankful to the police officer because I knew. Well, I mean, some kids aren't. I knew what my mom was going through, but yeah, they would put him in jail. She'd go get him back out. Like it got to the point where until she like almost died, she didn't.
I can't tell you how many times I've put a parent in handcuffs and put them in the car and then go to the trunk of my car and take my duty belt off and go back in and say, I'm going to play with the kids, play with cars with the boys and dolls with the girls, just until they were comfortable with me again.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, you hear about some police officers that are, most of them are amazing people like you and don't get the credit and really don't. Laura wants to know how many acres are on your property.
My personal property or my family property? My personal property, I'm probably sitting on about 5. My family property that I work on every day, you're looking a little over 300 acres.
Damn.
Everybody said that was a great answer. Vegas said you were a great cop. I don't know. What do you mean 158 days till what, Robert?
I support police. I know that they go through hell. I understand, not personally, but you see things that go on around neighborhoods and stuff. I support them. I think everybody should. I only have one pet peeve with police officers, and it's I can't talk on my cell phone when I'm driving, but every time I drive past a cop in my neighborhood, they're all driving around on the cell phone. I'm like, you guys are enforcing the law. You're not above it. You should be, showing a better influence to not drive and talk on the phone.
There's some great police officers. There's some around here though.
I agree with you 100%, JJ. I talked on my cell phone while I was driving, even in my patrol car. Did I write tickets for that? No, I did not. I refuse to write a ticket for something that I do. I mean, I'm no better than you are. I'll tell you about another instance. Me and my son were going to University of Alabama for football camp, and I got pulled over by a state trooper. And the trooper walked up to the car, asked for my ID and everything, and told me to pull me over for speeding. Was I speeding? Yeah, I was getting it. About 20 miles over the speed limit. He wrote me a ticket. I took my ticket, drove off, and paid it. My son asked me why I didn't tell him I was a cop, because at that point in time, it was none of his business. I was breaking the law. I deserved the ticket I got.
Damn,
if all the cops out there would take an ounce of your integrity, the world would be so much better.
Not just cops, people, because I'm telling you what, I wouldn't have I would see this, I got a badge. You see this? Yeah, I'm not paying that ticket. Like, no. Binks wants to know if he can hunt on your property.
Sure, come on down. I actually posted a picture in Hangout Binks yesterday of 3 deer that run out in front of me while I was on the tractor.
Who has 486 days of being sober? You? I thought you said 16.
Well, I think he's meaning mess hall.
Yeah, but I thought it
You
was
put it
longer
into-
than that.
I'll tell you, Robert is some kind of Einstein when it comes to numbers.
I know.
That man is amazing.
How many days till my birthday, Robert?
When you put it into numbers like that, it is amazing, though. You did very, very good. That's all.
I don't know. 16 months sounds longer than 486 days to me. I don't know why. Just how my brain works.
To me, it only feels like a week. I mean, I literally, and a lot of people find it hard to believe when I'm telling them about it. I literally have no desire to ever touch a drop of alcohol again in my life. No.
I believe you.
And it just, I kind of celebrated my 1 year to myself. You know, I didn't throw no party, no crap like that. And it was just me and at work, riding around on the tractor, and said, damn it, it's been a year. And I sat there and pulled over on a shade tree and thanked God for that year and went back to work.
I definitely admire you a lot, for sure.
So, hell yeah. So you hunt on your property too?
I've shot a couple off of the tractor. I mean, I don't go out and climb trees or get off in a blind or nothing like that. I mean, even though I'm sitting down like right now, if we go a full 2 hours live, I'll have to stand up. I can't do it. I'll have to. Yeah, my body has to move. I'll get stiff. Is why I can't stay in one place. My whole body just gets stiff. If you look at me, I'm not normally this big. I'm probably holding about 40 to 60 pounds of fluids on my body right now. I have to go every few months and get the fluids pumped off of my body.
You don't look big to me. Maybe it's because I'm big as hell. You don't look big to me. But I have to say, like, your work ethic and your integrity and like it's just somebody to really look up to, y'all. Because I'm not going to be out there all day. No. I couldn't go on 3 hours of sleep and then go. I mean, yeah, I go on little sleep, but to go on little sleep and then go plant a whole entire acre or whatever the hell you're planting that day.
I don't know. I think
Mama Dawn said the same thing. She said, Mess Hall, you are definitely someone to admire for sure.
Oh my God. Oh, okay, lady, in my head.
I just don't want to be. I guess laying around. And I have my days. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have a bad day here and there where I have to just say screw it all and just stay on the couch and get some rest and get some relaxation. But I feel like if I just lay there and don't get up and don't go to work and don't do something, I feel like I'm gonna die. I mean, honestly, I feel like shit. I have to go do something.
Yeah,
I would
and
literally get up and walk my yard and pick up pieces of bubblegum wrappers if I have to.
I mean, yeah, of course you're gonna have to take a break sometimes. You'd be human if you didn't. Or not human if you didn't.
Ruth wants to know what's your favorite part about farming?
Being able to stand back at the end of the day every day and actually see physically and visually what you did. I mean, it's like a big jigsaw puzzle. I mean, you go out there and you got a blank canvas and you build this puzzle. At the end of the day, you stand back and look at it and say, looks pretty good. Let's tear it apart and do it again.
Yeah.
I know you told me when we were talking, your humor comes from your life, like because you went through so much, so that's where all the humor comes. But I want to know where the hell that fucking joke book is,
Right.
It's just right here, man.
because you come out with some shit that blows my mind.
I know.
I know a lot of jokes. I spent 11 years as a firefighter and a medic, and then I went into law enforcement, and I worked in law enforcement for 10 years. So I mean, you hear a lot of jokes. I've got a lot of cop jokes in there, and it just all kind of just builds back, and somebody will just say something that'll trigger something I heard 15 years ago, and I'll be like, "Damn, hell yeah!" and I'll tell that joke.
So, what did you like to do more, the firefighting medic or the police officer?
Police
What was?
officer. I really enjoyed law enforcement for a factor of coming from where I came from. I've been on my own since I was 15 years old. My parents divorced and split up when I was 15. I was into gang banging, dope. I mean, stealing. I done it all. Um, I think that's what made me a great cop is growing up on the streets like I did. Um, so my theory as a cop was if I could save one child, then my whole career is lost. And to this day, there's a lot of cops, a lot of firefighters, a lot of medics that work their whole career, 30 and 40 years, and never get a life-saving award. And what a life-saving award is a star of life. It's for bringing somebody back from the dead after their heart stops beating. But to this day, I have 3 awards and they're hanging on my wall where I brought 3 people back after their heart stopped beating.
Wow.
Not all heroes wear capes, people. And Mama Dawn,
And I know
go ahead.
how hard it is to be a firefighter, because when I first moved up here, I went for being a volunteer fireman, and I went through the training and stuff, and that's some rough shit you guys go through.
It's pretty rough. The fire academy was rough, going through all those classes and getting that certification. But I would honestly say, police academy whooped my ass twice as hard. And to top it all off, where I worked at the department, I worked 2 states and 4 counties, so I had to go to police academy in Alabama, and then when I graduated there, 2 weeks later, I had to go to Tennessee police academy. So you're looking at 27 weeks of police academy. That was sure hell.
I was gonna say, Mama Dawn, being just you is pretty damn awesome, and you are very inspiring. Like, seriously, you have no idea how much you inspire me.
Are you talking to me or Mama Dawn?
Mama Dawn, well, tell both of you, but
I'm trying to catch up on comments. I get to run in my mouth. I stop reading.
Ruth says her experience is that cops have had most. True, my experience is cops that have had those experiences become cops that are more effective.
I agree. I mean, I'll be straight up. As my career in law enforcement, I did know some cops. I worked with some cops that were true assholes that I could not stand. Bottom of the line, while I'm on shift and while I'm on duty, I would have took a bullet and died for any one of them. But when I clocked out and went home, there's no way in hell I'd ever invite them to my table to eat dinner. More or less piss on them if they were throwing fire.
So cute. Say delicious, Kaylee. Sorry, it was cute. I had to share it. She's eating chip chips. She said, "It's delicious." Delicious. All right. Sorry, sidetrack.
Ruth said, "Mess hall inspires me to come."
Yeah, there's some cops around here that, like for you, you've seen it as more than just a job, and for them, it's a punching the time clock kind of thing because see, there was one day I was with my friend in the car and like I was freaking out because I didn't have my seatbelt on and there was a cop pulled up next to us. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna get a ticket. And so I'm freaking out, and then there's this guy in front of us that like cuts off two other people, damn near hits the cop car, cuts him off. So I'm like, oh, I'm good. He's gonna go chase this guy. No, the guy almost killed three people. The police officer waits till the lights change and goes and pulls right into the precinct. It must have been time for him to go home, and he didn't want to do no paperwork because.
There's three kinds of cops. There's the rookie. That's the one that's going to write your ass a ticket and take you to jail for everything. There's your seasoned police officer. That can see both sides of a lot of things. And there is what they call retired on duty. That man is just trying to get his pension.
Yeah.
Once he gets there, he's going to retire and go home and get his money.
I'm pretty sure that's what that guy was. He looked pretty old too. What? Let's see.
Vegas Ghost Girl wants to know what's your best recipe to cook.
I'm gonna say probably my favorite recipe that I cook, that I call my best, is chicken schnitzel, German cabbage, German potato salad, and spätzle.
What the hell is a chicken schnitzel?
I cook American. I cook American Indian. I cook Mexican food. I cook a little bit of Italian food, and I cook German food. Those are the
I'm German, and I still don't
cook.
know what the hell a chicken schnitzel is.
Schnitzel is amazing. You'll have to Google it. I'm not going to give you my recipe. I might write a cookbook one day.
I'm going to Google it right now. Well, you write a cookbook, and I'll buy it.
I've actually thought about writing a book and a cookbook. I mean, if I ever slow down, that may be what I do. Just get on the computer and write a couple books. There'll be a lot of pictures in them, though, because I don't like to read much.
That actually looks good.
Yeah, I do. I feel the same way about reading.
I love to read.
You'll know it's my cookbook if you see it, because it'll have boobies on the front.
I'll definitely be buying that one. How many copies can I purchase? That'd be my Christmas present for all the men in my life. Pops would love it.
You got to get milk from somewhere.
Vegas wants to know if you do cooking live streams.
I do. If you will go to my channel, there are actually a couple on there. Actually, not live streams; those are recorded. I can't go live yet. I don't have enough. You know what I need to be able to go live number-wise, but I don't have that, so I can't. So, but if you look on my channel, I do have videos of me cooking.
Mama Dawn said she learned how to cook sauerbraten for me.
Sauerbraten is amazing. I love sauerbraten.
Yeah. It's really good.
I'm still trying to figure out this chicken schnitzel thing. Y'all talk about other kinds of food I don't know about. Slow down.
JJ, you got to give Mama Dawn my number. We can just start texting each other recipes.
Definitely.
I do got a lot of recipes I will not give up. The American Indian food that I cooked, my grandmother was full-blooded Cherokee, and those Indian recipes are all hers, and I will not give those up. Only one person's got a copy of them, and that's my 22-year-old daughter, and that's the way it's going to stay.
If I have, like, personal recipes, I'll give, like, the base of the recipe, but I won't give, like, the secret, like, because every recipe has, like, secret ingredients to it that make it different from what you're going to find online. So I'll just give the base of my recipe that's online and keep the secret stuff for myself.
I do actually have a Posey family cookbook that is already out and published, I will give up recipes out of that. And I think I've got 3 or 4 in it that are mine. Um, and of course, each recipe tells you, in the cookbook whose recipe it is.
Yeah, I love to cook like a lot, but mostly mine is some Irish, a little bit of like I don't know, it's mostly country American style type hillbilly food. Some Irish stuff.
I like to cook hillbilly now. Don't get me wrong. We'll dig a hole in the backyard and throw a whole hog off in that bitch and
Yeah,
cover it up and let it cook for a couple of days.
I want to do that so bad. Yeah, like my go-to is like I know my girl's favorite thing is like pork chops. They love. I got like 1,500 pork chop recipes because that's what they like. Pork chops and fish, those two.
I try to bounce it up. I do, chicken one night, pork one night,
Yeah, me
beef
too.
one night, fish. I mean, that's why when y'all ask what I'm cooking every night, it's always something different because I don't want to eat the same shit.
Same. I mean, I
And,
have a lot of pork chop recipes, but it's
and I won't lie, if I make, pulled barbecue pork or spaghetti or lasagna or something like that, a big meal, a roast or something, I will vacuum seal the leftovers, throw that shit in the freezer, and one day when I don't feel like cooking, which is normally once a week or so, I'll just pull that shit out, dump it in the crock pot, let it heat up all day, and it's ready when I get home from work.
I do that stuff too. Oh, native. Whoever says native food is so good. Yeah, I love. I made with some fried bread tacos. Those things. I wasn't quick enough. Yeah, I didn't even. I wasn't even paying attention.
I'm talking, just watching chat. Let's see, we got a troll off in here.
Trying to think of more questions. So,
Yeah, we had one. Anybody in the chat think of any questions? Just bring them up. Other than Ruth, please.
I was gonna ask all the ones.
Now, Ruth, if you got them, ask them. That's fine.
Hey, I got, I
Shut
got
your
a, I
face.
got a joke for y'all. Since
Cool.
some of y'all don't like police officers, there's this cop pulls his car over for speeding one day. Walks up to the window. He says, "Hey, sir, get your driver's license." He got his license. He said, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" He was like, "No, why?" He said, "Speeding." Dude just looks at the cop. And he said, "I got a dead body in the trunk and a gun in the glove box." And the officer just backs out, runs back to his car, and calls for backup. The sergeant comes out. He told the sergeant, he said, "Dude said he's got a dead body in the trunk and a gun in the glove box." The sergeant easily made his way up to the car. He asked him, he said, "Sir, do you got a body in your trunk and a gun in your glove box?" Dude said, "No, why?" He said, "That's what my officer told me." He said, "I guess that lying son of a bitch told you I was speeding too, didn't he?"
That's great. Ruth, my fried bread recipe I'll give to you for free, family.
Fried bread? What you know about cooking some fried bread?
I'm like a little bit of Cherokee. My mama, my mama taught me how. I make fried bread tacos, but they're like instead of like being open, they're like I guess you call it like a stuffed fried bread taco because I make the fried bread and then I fill it up with like taco meat, refried beans, whatever, and then I roll the dough over and like fry it so it's like stuff inside. And you put like lettuce and tomato and stuff on top. It's really good.
Fried bread is amazing. I love it.
I make all kinds of stuff with fried bread, like some cinnamon and some sugar on top.
Well, I think she wants to know about mess hall's fried bread
Oh, you know
recipe
what?
and how much it would cost.
How much would it cost for my fried bread recipe? I tell you what, if you can contact my daughter and get it out of her, you can have it. But that'd be the only way you get it.
She was like, "Not yours." It's green.
Now, I'll be honest with you though. I mean, I won't lie. Pinterest is amazing. There are a lot of very, very,
Yes.
very close recipes on Pinterest.
Ruth and I call Pinterest the devil because you get on there and you're like, like an hour later, you're like, holy crap, have I really just been on here that long?
Okay, I got a secret I'll tell y'all. I'll inform y'all. And if you can find the video on YouTube on your own, then go see it. Actually, if you can find that video on your own and send it to me, I will send you, the first person that sends it to me, a gift. And what it is myself and the police officer that trained me. You know, when you come out of the academy, you have to do field training. You're with an officer. We became real good buddies. We're actually best friends to this day. And he cooks too. So we got the bright idea, started having competitions on baking. And we ended up taking cake baking and decorating classes and all the whole 9 yards. Lo and behold, we did an audition video for Cupcake Wars on Food Network, and we made it all the way to number 5 before we got put out.
Really?
Yes.
I love Cupcake Wars.
And the video is on YouTube.
I will find it.
And the name of our little side business where we sell cupcakes and cakes and all that, I mean, we do big designer wedding cakes the whole 9 yards. The name of the business is called Cupcakes.
I like that. Mama Dawn, I'll give you my fried bread recipe. I love you, man.
We bake cakes, and I mean, we got full chef's hat with police badges and aprons with police badges and T-shirts that say Cupcakes and shit. I mean, that's all out. We took it pretty serious.
Robert asked, what got you interested in farming?
My family. It's always been something, I mean, that my family does. It's big here in the South. My mom, my dad, my uncles, my aunts, they all actually got out of school early every year to have to pick cotton. And I grew up in the fields, picking corn, digging potatoes, picking beans, and going back to my grandmother's. And if you actually didn't help shuck corn and break beans and cook dinner and do the whole 9 yards, your ass didn't eat. You sat out on the porch while the ones that helped eat. So, I mean, you kind of, that's something I grew into. It's a family thing. My whole family still does it. I mean, I guess Hank Williams Jr. said it best. It's a family tradition.
Well, I mean, I find the whole off-grid living and homestead living to be very interesting. But man, that's a sun up to sundown, and sometimes after that job, it's a rough life.
Yeah, like I got around to watching Ruth's video, and like I guess you don't really think about how like every simplistic thing that we do, like she was showing how she does her dishes, and for me, I'm like I just like never really thought about how you do your dishes off grid. Like she has 2 different tubs she uses. Like if you don't know, you should watch the video. It's actually really informative and interesting. And she shows off their shipping container that they're living in.
Yeah, I did watch that. I found that to be very interesting.
I have a lot of respect for Ruth and Eric. I mean, to me, that's on it. You can see behind me, I got electricity. Shit, if you go inside my house, it is literally 62 degrees in my house year round. I work in the heat all day. I don't want to be in the heat when I'm in my house. I want it cold.
I have mad respect for them, and as much as like I would love to be with them in Kentucky, I know for a fact that I can't do that. When would you nap, JJ? Mama Don said.
I know.
JJ, you got plenty of time to nap, buddy. Just pull the tractor over to the pond, throw your fishing line in the water, kick back on the hood, and pull your shades down and go. Unless you like Mama Q, thinks everybody's got a cowboy hat. Do I look like I wear a damn cowboy hat?
I'm sending you one. I'm sending you one. You should. Guess what? Everybody else I know that lives in Tennessee and Alabama, they got them cowboy hat.
Shit. I ain't got no damn cowboy boots either. Matter of fact,
Wait, you ain't got no cowboy boots neither?
I'm wearing my slides, baby.
Slides. Derek has cowboy boots and he ain't farmed a day in his damn life.
I started my childhood out gang banging and running the streets. That's that's where I come from. I can't wear no pointy toe ass cowboy boots and a cowboy hat.
They have square toes.
I like my overalls, especially you wear them with no drawers on. Feel good out there when the wind blows.
Hello, Squirrely Acres. Thanks for stopping in.
That's something
Hey,
my daddy asked me when I was a kid. He said, "What do you want for Christmas?" I said, "Just give me clothes and something to play with." He bought me a pair of overalls and cut the pockets out of them.
I love you. No, I ain't worn overalls since I was 10 years old. My mom took us to the park and we went to this. All they had was porta potties. I went in to go to the bathroom. I didn't realize there was a bee on the damn seat. Sat down. That thing stuck me in the ass. I run out the porta potty. My overalls around my ankles, just screaming. My mom's like, "Pull your stuff up." Yeah, no, I ain't worn overalls since that day. Nope.
Yeah, I like my overalls. I come home in the evening, my little girl, she'll have her overalls on, her work
She's so
boots, and her little gardening hat. She's ready to go to the garden when I get here.
See, I bet you that's nice too to know that, like, damn it, see, talking to you with your dang freaking accent. I bet it's nice to know, like, that a lot of the stuff you feed her is all natural. You don't got to worry about where it comes from, and it's all that's got to be rewarding in itself. But, like
Most
all
of the
the
stuff, yeah, I would agree. But I would tell you, she loves her gummies and her
what kid
chocolate
done?
candy bars and all that. She's just like any other kid.
No, but I
But
mean, like, that, like, you don't have to
when,
worry about all the hormones and stuff and all the stuff
uh,
sprayed on stuff because you do all that.
when she sits down at dinner at night, you can hand that girl a plate full of potatoes, carrots, green beans, no meat, and a piece of cornbread, and she's happy.
That sounds like my girls. Well, the youngest, Kaylee. Kaylee loves any kind of vegetable. I mean, this girl's obsessed with, like, broccoli, and, like, that's her favorite food is broccoli. Like, this girl, like, mashed potatoes, cornbread. But then the older one, she's more of like, all I want is pork chops and fish and pasta. It's like, Ruth says, do you organic farm?
No, well, I mean, I plant some organic seeds, but I'm pretty much I don't use any pesticides. I don't use
That
any
means it's organic.
herbicides. I mean, it just well,
That
some
makes it
people
organic.
go all out. I consider going organic, putting rabbit manure and rabbit poop and this and that, each
I don't
plant and
think.
treating them and all that. I don't do that. What I do to prepare my crop is at the beginning of the season, I'll plow it and then I will spread black cow manure on it and till it up in it. That's it. That's all I do to it other than
Well,
add water.
to me, organic farming is no pesticides, no stuff like that, no, like, extra.
I guess you would say I'm organic then. I mean, I do a lot of home remedies. My grandmother taught me. That's like a lot of people fight fire ants all year long in their gardens, around the property and stuff like that.
Hey, Ashley.
Not me. Around here in this red clay, you can dump some yellow cornmeal on it, knock the top off of it, dump the yellow cornmeal on it. The next day, that colony has moved off.
Ruth says that's organic enough for her, no pesticides. See, that's what I think.
I guess I would probably be the only pest on my property.
How was work, Ash? But you're still at work, aren't you?
No, she's out now.
I see Robert posted having some daughter and father time are the best times. I would agree 100% on that, Robert. I have my 3-year-old daughter, my 20-year-old daughter, and my 22-year-old daughter. My 22-year-old daughter will still come to my house today and refuse to sit in her own damn chair. She has to pile right on top of me when she comes in here.
That's how you know
Just,
you're a good dad.
just like my 3-year-old. I mean, she thinks she's still that little. And I'm like, get your big ass off of me.
Just like watching that video, just the one video where you were unboxing that from Penelope. I knew you were my kind of person. You were just such a good dad. You're so just like with her. It was like not a lot of guys are like that. Not these days. Like I got a good one, but not a lot of them are.
My theory on kids is this world is so screwed up. And we are the ones that make the decision to bring kids into the screwed up world. It's our job to take them by their hand and show them the right way. That don't necessarily mean they will always go the right way. But as long as you show them the way, and you've done your job as a parent.
Bruce says, how many children do you have?
I have a 23-year-old son, a 22-year-old daughter, a 20-year-old daughter, and a 3-year-old daughter.
Four.
I have 2 grandsons. That is my son's children. They live in another state. He's in the military. And my 20-year-old has my 2 granddaughters. But I can say, then again, here's another situation. I call her my daughter, my 20-year-old, my daughter, and the 2 girls, her 2 daughters, my granddaughters, and they're actually not. My 20-year-old is actually my little sister. I've had full custody of her since she was 5 years old. I raised her as she was one of my kids. She knows she is not my kid. She knows she's my sister. But she tells everyone I'm her dad, and she tells everyone that her kids are my grandchildren. And
you know what? Dad isn't always anybody. How do I put it? Anybody can be a father. Anybody can create a child. It takes a real man to be a dad and to be there. Anybody can father a child, but to be a daddy, to really be there, it takes a real man to do that.
my mom is a real bad alcoholic and a druggie, and I done what I had to do to get my sister out of that lifestyle because I knew that if she stayed, she would not have the decision making to go the right way or be led the right way to make the decision on her own. And I did what I had to do. The guy that's with my mom is still with her. He is a sorry piece of shit. And yes, I have tried to kill him. The son of a bitch won't die.
See, I think that's another thing that comes from like the way, honestly, the way both of us are, the way you are with your daughter, the way I'm with my daughter. I think it comes from the childhood that we have of wanting better and knowing like the hell that we went through and not wanting any child to have to go through that ever again. Like
I consider myself fortunate because I came up on my own. My parents divorced when I was 15. I raised myself. So by the time I was 16, I had my own apartment, my own car, was working. I went back to school, got my GED. I put myself through college. I have 2 college degrees, and I did that all by myself with nobody's help. Nobody's help, and it can be done. You just have to want it.
Yeah, I got mine. I don't have any college degrees, but I made sure I got my GED.
I have an associate's in criminal justice and a bachelor's in public safety.
I was bounced around so much, but no, I totally get it. My parents divorced when I was 3 for reasons we won't discuss on here. I had to be there for my brothers. I started cooking when I was 6 years old. Like I just think that what you go through makes you who you are now, and makes you. You just gotta. People that use excuses like, well, my parents were this, and So this is how I am. No, you make your own choices.
Yes, I agree.
You make your own choices, and you have to work for what you want. Things aren't going to be given to you on a silver platter.
I could be an abusive, you know, horrible parent that I could honestly. I went to a therapist and he looked at me. He goes, "How are you like not in a padded room somewhere with all the shit that you've been through?" I'm like, because I made a choice to not let those people and the shit that I've been through win. And people that are like, "Well, no, you have a choice."
It
Bruce
actually
says,
scares the hell out of me to think, some of the youth today, you know, I call them crybabies. I mean, where are they going to be 20 years from now? I mean, who the hell are they going to cry to then? They're the ones that screwed it up. And I mean,
"That's
they
what."
sit behind their damn video games and play video games all day and don't know what life's about out there. This shit's hard. I mean, you can either
That's what.
fucking man up and do it, or you can sit there and die.
See, my girls got chores. My girls go outside with me when it's nice out and we plant stuff and we go play. They go fishing. I try to. I mean, yeah, when it's colder, I'm not gonna lie, we do video games and TV and stuff. But I try to make sure I throw other stuff in there. But a lot of parents let the school and internet and whatever else raise their kids and don't care.
Somebody,
Bruce said, "Smart and a smart ass. You're my hero."
I will give. I mean, Bass and Binks, Josh. I give him. Y'all know as well as I do. I give him hell on here. I mean, the kid is 19 years old. He hunts. He fishes. He knows his way around the water and the woods. When the shit hits the fan, and all these other crybabies are out here starving to death, waiting on somebody to hand them something, Josh is going to be out there eating and living like a freaking king because he knows what he's doing. He knows how to live off the land and how to make it.
And it's probably because he has a pretty good parent. Let's see what else. Ruth, Laura says you're one of the most amazing people she's ever met. Bink says she doesn't know have any questions. Vegas says sounds like her husband. Um, Almadon says she has a lot of respect for you. Laura says Robert pretty much raised his brother before they wound up in foster care. And Robert was in foster care too. Both of his parents were into drugs, and with all he went through, you'd think he'd have a lot of animosity and goods to the world, but he doesn't. It amazes me. Because honestly, what's having him animosity going to do? It's just going to let the people that put you through hell win.
I agree. I agree. Um, I think, for instance, take each one of my older kids when they were still in school. I made them, when they started high school, their sophomore year, they had to pick a freshman. And they had to stick with that freshman all the way through high school and help that freshman through there. I mean, for the simple fact, when they went in, nobody stuck their hand out and said, "Hey, we know you're new here." High school can be hard on kids.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
look at what some of these kids are doing today. And if they have a mentor to grab them on their first day as a freshman and, show them a different road, they might not have had that opportunity in life. So I made each one of my kids do that. And I will make my 3-year-old do it when she gets there.
I think I might do that same thing. I like that. Honestly, that's if I decide to send her to high school and not home. Honestly, everything going on around here, I'm like, I think toward when she hits middle school age, I think I might just homeschool her. Like for elementary, I wanted her to go have interaction with other kids and whatnot, but I mean, it's just crazy here.
It's rough out there,
Ruth.
Stuff goes on at school. These schools are full of dope. They're full of, bad people. But I kind of disagree with homeschooling my kids because the simple fact is they're
Yeah,
sheltered from the outside world at that
yeah,
point. And
that's where I've
when
been.
real life hits them, they wasn't there, so they don't know how to respond to it. And it's a pretty much a traumatizing event to them when real life does hit them.
That's why I've been back and forth with it too. Because I'm like, am I protecting them or overprotecting them? I got a while. Ariana's only 8 years old. I got some time to decide. Yeah, it's just I live in like little Chicago. Bruce said, "Be right back. Got to eat a Tide Pod." But I mean, I guess if I just
I was
keep
just
doing what
reading
I'm,
that.
Guess what? We can't hear you at all, or we can't hear us at all.
So Ruth started the whole Tide Pod eating extravaganza. That would explain all the colors she uses on Paula's walls in the morning.
yeah. What was Zach saying? I swear I heard his voice.
Oh no, I went in there and I was like, "Can you guys please be quiet? I'm running a show right now." And he's like, "We don't hear ourselves on the TV, so they can't hear us."
I didn't hear anything until you went in there.
So what's coming up next on your channel?
Me, I'm gonna have a lot more cooking videos coming up. I'm going to. You're going to start seeing once my crops start coming in, my home gardens start coming in. You're going to see a lot more of those. I've actually installed game cams in my gardens here on my property, and I've installed game cams on my bird feeders and everything. So I'm going to start putting together some pretty much time lapse photo videos and
Oh, I'd
posting
love
one of
that.
those once a week of actually, birds and nature and my plants growing. And I mean, it's pretty cool. I've been experimenting with it. I pretty much got a couple thousand pictures already. And
Oh, that's awesome. I love nature. I don't want to just shoot it like some people.
that, and I want to get into something Grant does, and Tiffany Pagoda and NBA's doing it, and that's vermicomposting. And that really interests me too.
I don't even know what that is, and it sounds gross.
It's where you breed and grow your own worms.
Oh, worms. I thought you said vermin. I thought you
Vermin.
said vermin composting. I'm like, you doing what with vermin? Like,
I want to grow some worms. I mean, for one,
yeah,
they're
me
good.
too.
They're good to put in your crops, in your gardens, your flower beds,
Get to
and
go fishing, right?
you get to go fishing.
Yeah, I would say fish. Okay, Ruth and Binks, will you stop talking about rainbow poop? Y'all gross.
One
Oh,
day,
those
What's your favorite fish?
my favorite fish will probably going to be a catfish. I mean,
I knew
I
you was
can't
gonna
lie.
say,
I'm in the South. I love some good catfish.
I knew you was gonna say catfish.
But to come back up to the swimmers and the top feeders and get off the bottom, I would probably say a bluegill. I like bluegill,
Bluegill?
crappie.
Okay.
Of course, everybody's always, I got to be like them too, catching that one big bass, that big hard fight, pulling in a good 8 or 9 pound bass. And, that's fun too.
I have 2 liters of water.
I didn't know you said you wanted something cold to drink. I figured you want more than less.
No.
I don't know. You said you wanted 20
Honey
ounces.
bun, NBA in the house.
Yes, he is. What's up, NBA?
Need to get NBA back over there, get some more video of Jack. I kind of fell in love with Jack. I'm missing him.
Yeah,
Bama,
Bink said he heard Bama had big bass.
Bama does have some big bass. We got I was actually telling Grant about Lake Gunnersville down here. Lake Gunnersville is one of the nation's top bass fishing competition places, and they hold them year-round competitions down here. And people are pulling in, 8, 10, 12-pound bass. I mean, setting national records with bass down here. But you can't use that ugly stick, Binks. You're going to have to leave that one at home. Go buy your Abu Garcia or something and get out there with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. My husband gave away both my fishing poles.
All you need. What y'all fish for up there?
Typically catfish.
Catfish. Just get you a bamboo pole, some string, and a hook, some chicken livers, and a pantyhose.
Honestly, we can fish for whatever the hell we can find, but ain't
Some
nothing.
dog food. You ain't gotta go buy chicken livers. Just get some dog food and put it in a pantyhose and throw it out there with a hook on it.
No, I want my pole back. I don't want no pantyhose and no bamboo, nothing.
Run you a trout line. Throw you some noodles out there.
No, I want my pole. Let's see, the first one, he broke one of our family members, and he let him borrow one. He broke it, so Derek gave him one of mine to replace the one he broke. And the other one, he locked the keys in the car, so he used the fishing pole to get in there and broke the top of my fishing pole. He always uses my stuff, not his own.
You can rewrap them eyes back on there. Did you keep the eye or throw it away?
I know he snapped like the whole tip of it.
If I break the tip off one, I keep my eye. I re-thread that back on there.
I don't even know what he did with it. It was a while ago because that was the first one, and then I'm like, okay, I will still have one pole. It's fine. I'll just use the one I have because you're only allowed to have 2 per person here.
I normally take, if I go fishing, I'll take 3 or 4 poles with me.
We're not allowed.
I took a buddy fishing with me, and I had one in the water, and I was pretty much casting and reeling with one. Looked over at him, and he bird nested his, got mad, broke it, and threw it in the river. Looked at me, said, "Can I borrow your fishing pole from you?" I said, "Hell no! Look what you just did to yours. You do that to your own shit. I know you don't care about mine."
We'll get you those in a second. No, what you'll take probably damn near half of that in one glass.
Bink said he has other rods, but he likes to use his ugly stick for catfish.
Yeah.
That's a good fight. I mean, I've got 5 ugly sticks over there. I use 2. It's a good fight. I normally use my ugly sticks for bluegill, brim, crappie. If I go up into Tennessee, maybe some trout.
We have a lot of crappie here too.
That's about it. I mean, down here, you're going to snag into a catfish down here. You liable to get a hold of something, 20 pounds. That little ugly stick don't go.
It opens because you open it. It blinds because you open it and close it too much.
My brother's talking to me.
We got people down here, they'll get off in the water and stick their hand in the holes and pull catfish out with their hands.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's got to, I don't know.
I don't personally do it because I'll tell you straight up, I can see a snake and I'm like a little bitch, I'm running.
The other day I went out to my laundry room and I opened the door and I seen something move and I'm jumping all over the place and all it was a leaf, a brown leaf moved when I opened the door and I'm like, oh, I got to stop shit like this, let me tell you.
I almost shot my chocolate lab one day. I had a camo leash on her and we went out dove hunting. When we got out of the truck, I just dropped her leash, let her walk. And I was walking through there with my shotgun, and she was out in front of me, or started getting out in front of me, and I looked down. I didn't really see what it was. At first, all I seen was it just slithering right behind her, going past me. I thought it was a damn snake. It was her leash. I almost shot her ass.
That's funny. Oh, there's snakes like here, like crazy. They're mostly just garter snakes, though. But all my neighbors, she sent me a picture the other day, with that big garter snake. Derek, it went under. She said her husband and they set up traps. 24 snakes out of her backyard. There's 24, and then she put snake away. But I'm like, yeah, now it's snake away from her house. Now I gotta get some snake away from mine, or they're gonna be over here.
24 snakes in my backyard. All I need is about 24 feet and a shotgun. I'm about to start blasting.
There was there was a lot of them, but they kept going underneath because Derek went to get it, And by the time he got near it, it went under the porch. And she was too scared to even go in her backyard. She's like, snakes don't bother me.
I had this lady one day. She asked me. She said, "Can you help me? Can you help me?" I said, "What's the matter? What do you need?" She says, "A snake on my front porch." I said, "Yes, ma'am." Go in the back door and drove off.
See, snakes don't bother me if it's just like a garter snake. Both. But if it's like poisonous, I ain't going near it. Oh, when we moved in here, there was 2 in the basement. There was a couple upstairs. It was because it'd been vacant for a while.
Binks put in chat. He follows 2 girls on Instagram with his noodle or something.
What? I thought he wasn't interested in girls. Only blizzards.
I followed 2 girls on Instagram from Bama with my noodle.
For cat. That noodle for catfish.
Snakes just want to be petted.
Oh yeah. And then they spit at you, freaking rude ass things.
And down here, our copperheads are bad. Rattlesnakes, cottonmouths. You get in the water, you got water moccasins.
Laura.
We got a few different poisonous kind down here. Of course, I'm sure NBA probably deals with the same ones up there. Ruth and Eric, they probably got the same ones.
Don't worry, I still do that when we mix up the damn name.
It's my brother Derek, my other brother Eric, and Eric.
Yeah, like, oh man, it was hell living with that when we lived with Eric. He's like, Derek, one of you assholes, come here. I would own a snake, no problem. Not right now. Snake would eat my damn kittens, but yeah, Rover says mostly copperheads. So you say copperhead, and then I just think NBA singing Copperhead Road. I can't sing though, so I ain't gonna try.
I moved down to Florida for my job, and I came across where I almost stepped on a water moccasin. The guy's going, "Don't move, don't move." I'm like, "What the hell's going on?" He's like, "You're about to step on a water moccasin." I tippy-toed out of there like a freaking ballerina.
Say Florida again.
Who?
Say Florida again.
Water.
No, what you said. Florida.
Water.
No, not water. Florida.
Water.
You got people around here, and they'll grab them and just throw them out of the way. I don't care what kind they are. We was fishing one day. My son was about 12, 13. And he got tired of fishing. I got to missing him, looked around, and he was over there playing with one in the creek.
No, not water, the state. He said Florida. Florida, like the state.
Water.
Oh, saying Florida, like the state. Florida, Florida.
Water.
Not saying water. Saying Florida.
What are you going to do when you finish here? That's kind of like a redneck word, witchy ditchy. You didn't bring your wife with you, did you?
Bing says they got copperheads, cottonmouths, and 10 rattlers. Ruth says she would have tippy-toed out there like a ballerina too. Not Ruth, Laura. I call Laura Ruth. It's a compliment, Laura. She's awesome.
If I'm going to step on one, it's probably going to bite me because I'm going to get weak in the knee. Just kind of shiver.
I don't do well with snakes. I do well with snakes. Depends on what kind of snake it is. NBA said him and his wife snake caught. You and your wife snake caught, huh? Not even going to go there. I'm going to be appropriate.
I probably wouldn't be so bad if I knew enough about them to know the bad ones when I seen them from a distance. But to me, a snake's a snake. I don't want to get close enough to know the difference.
I do know how to read, Ruth. What you talking about? I can read better than you or Eric. No, I can read. I just said Florida, not water.
Florida.
Yeah, that. But you said it funny.
Florida.
That's not how you said it. It
If you
sounds
smell a
weird.
rotten cucumber, smell comes out of the area, that's a copperhead nearby.
Well, okay, I might not be able to read better than you. We're kind of on the same level, but Eric, I can read better than Eric. I can't do math or nothing else, but I can read. Oh, name. I get it. The name. I said the wrong name.
Yeah, duh.
Shut your face.
I want to see how long it's going to take you.
See, even Laura got it. Damn, I just need to go back to sleep today. Yeah, I'll just be over here in the corner if you need me.
Ruth got some crayons over there.
Yeah. Where's the juice boxes and the Cheez-Its?
You should have looked on something to drink, something to eat. That shit's gone this morning. We was all in the corner this morning.
Oh, damn. I missed it. I went back to sleep.
I like Paula's channel, man. Paula has a great channel. I really enjoy
Me
going there in
too.
the mornings.
That's where I started out. Well, Ruth and Eric are the ones that got me, doing this thing. Because I'm like, they're like, you should make a channel. You should make a channel. I'm like, no. I have anxiety. I would never know. And then my husband's like, no, really, you got some interesting stuff going on. You should make a channel. So finally I did, and I started going on to Paula's, and so many nice people.
I wish I'd have got on YouTube years ago. I mean, to me, it
Yes,
don't
Laura.
embarrass me. I'll do anything. Don't nothing embarrass me. I don't care. I'll stand in line at Walmart and fart and look at the cashier and say, "Yes, ma'am." She farted. My wife will run off and she'll run off and leave me standing.
Man, I don't like going. My husband's been kicked out of Walmart a few times. He thought it'd be a great idea one time to take. That's probably something you would do. Take a tomato juice and run tomato juice from this guy when he was younger. Gosh, run tomato juice from the tampon aisle to the female bathroom.
That's good stuff right there.
Let's see. Another time, him and his buddies, they seriously went and got pillows and stuff. Went to the camping apartment, set up a tent. No, like he just no. And then like put the pillows in the tent, and yeah, he got kicked. I don't know how many times he got kicked out of Walmart. Laura says you have to say with great happiness that I've never spelled a rotten cucumber. Okay, I could go with that so many ways, but I'm be good.
You can't smell them when you got a prophylactic on it, Ruth.
That was Laura. I'm glad that I was gonna say, you sure you ain't never been that lonely? I don't know why I'm trying to be appropriate. Mess halls up here. I don't. You got to be appropriate. Oh my God. Bruce said, or the time he walked around with the bra on. Oh wait, that was Kmart. Oh my God. No, that was Gordman's. Actually, I think it was Kmart and Gordman's. Derek likes doing that. He's so. Oh my God. My husband's questionable. Yeah, I don't like going with him to Walmart. Like, we go to the toy section for the girls. I think he stays in place with the toys more than they do.
I like the toy department now. That's fun.
He does
over
too.
there.
No, Kmart and Point. Yeah, the Kmart there, and then the Gordmans and Wausau. That was him and Nick. Remember?
And God forbid you get me off in the store. It's got some mannequins half dressed.
Oh God, that's him too.
Nobody's safe.
That's him too. This man, he's embarrassing. Like, we go to Wisconsin to visit my one of my best friends, Chelsea, and her son Xavier, and he has the coolest toys. Like, he's got a 3-foot remote control dinosaur. And Derek will just sit and play. I'm like, I just need to send him here. It's like a play date. He loves those toys. Like, aren't you grown?
Yeah, I can't walk or stand too long, so we go to stores. I get those little scooters and ride those around.
I'm not gonna lie, I do that sometimes.
We went
Like in
in
my
one
back.
store, it had a sign on the front door that said everything must go. And I was riding the scooter around there, had the mannequin facing me backwards on the front of the handlebars ride.
Oh my god. I believe that.
My wife said, "What are you doing?" I said, "The sign said everything must go."
Yo, stop. She's so obnoxious. Jesus. Enough. She's saying Ruth. You hear her, Ruth? Ruth.
Roof, roof.
Oh, not my face. The dog's face.
We don't have Kmart's down here no more. They're gone.
We don't need her anymore. That was a while ago.
Yeah, they're gone up here too.
Aw. Hey, you guys are cuter. I'll just leave the camera on you two.
Who, me and JJ?
No, look at my camera.
Oh. I'm trying to catch up with JJ and NBA on the beard.
Yeah, Derek's got a. I call Derek the baby beard, and he's the brother beard, and NBA's the father beard.
I'm hoping
All
to
right.
catch up with him about Halloween so we can all dress up and do it live together as a dwarfs.
That'd be funny.
The garden
Yeah, I think it would
gnomes.
be like Derek with like a closet full of freaking beard oil. Yeah, and the package JJ sent us, he sent Derek some beard oil, and he's like, "Ooh, I like this one," and I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, I already have one." He's like, "You said you liked it already." I'm like, "Dude, I just agree. You know how many beard oils you have?"
I
If it
can't
doesn't,
use them due to my liver. I can't have
oh,
anything that's got alcohol in it. So I can't use
oh my.
colognes or deodorants or shampoos or nothing with alcohol in it.
Laura said, "Okay, Mama Q, I can go there with the rotten cucumber too." Now that I think about it, I have smelled a rotten cucumber. Well, that's why you should throw them away before they get rotten. Duh.
Yep. You're going to start walking around and have fruit flies down there.
You got there
Oh my
before
God.
I did.
Shoe fly.
Yeah, you gonna have to go see the doctor. Make
Yeah.
sure the cucumbers are not rotten.
Your
You know
head's
the
gonna
salt.
look like you're gonna look like Lion soft Charlie Brown.
You know it's solve that problem if you just go to Walmart and get one of them Walmart vibrators. I sent everybody a picture of Hangouts to prove that shit.
We've got 7 Walmarts within a 20-mile radius. I went to them all. We don't have them here.
Did you check over like where it's over by the condoms and the pregnancy stuff?
I checked and even went and got the pharmacist to help me go look.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I sent the picture, so you know I'm not lying.
I told him, I said, look, I need you to come over here because I need to get some popsicle sticks, a hairnet, diabetic socks, and a vibrator.
I'm sure you did not.
I did too. I'll record that shit next time.
Oh no, they do. They've gotten more over the last it wasn't just those first 2 that I took a picture of at the Walmart. It was just those 2, and then within the last 3 months they have more stuff. Honestly, I wouldn't buy them from there anyway, though. Go to Spencer's. That's where you buy them from. Not Walmart. That's just Home Break. Hi, Rosie.
Actually, you give me an idea. When I used to buy dope when I was a cop, I've still got a camera that looks like an iPod that you can clip on your belt or your shirt. I'm clipping that bitch on me. I'm wearing it in Walmart.
Do it. That would be awesome.
I'll show it to you. It's a little blue iPod Nano.
It's like a body cam.
Yeah, it's a camera. Records video and audio.
Yeah, they finally got dash cams for the police here. Damn time. Because with all the with all the police brutality reports and crap, they finally got. I don't know if they got body cams approved, but they got dash cams approved and approved for new vehicles because they haven't gotten new vehicles in like 10 years.
Down here, every vehicle has dash cams that come on as soon as you initiate the blue lights, and your body camera automatically comes on when you exit the vehicle.
I don't think we have body cams yet, but they finally approved the dash cams. It's ridiculous. We didn't have a state budget for like 4 years, so like it's the fact that they got anything approved.
Most departments down here just apply for federal grants and buy stuff like that.
Yeah, we got all that up here, dash cams, body cams. It's New York after all.
Yeah, no, we got. They did get some grants, but I mean not. I think that's how they got the approved for the vehicles.
I preferred wearing the camera when I was a police officer. I mean that that kept honest people honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
They want them here because there's so many reports of things that like, yeah, they want them here bad, but.
I got a disc somewhere if I can find it. I've got a disc on some high speed chases and felony takedowns and stuff that I was involved in from my body camera.
That'd be interesting to see.
I have to go through my stuff. I actually have not went through my police stuff since I had to leave the force. I think that's going to be kind of hard to sit down and go through that stuff.
I think it probably would be for sure. So is there any cases that you had that like still bug you, like to this day that like?
The worst one that bothered me, I think I've told somebody else about it before, is a doctor that was in a car accident, and she was driving a hybrid car, and she hit a culvert head on, and the car caught on fire. And when I got there, I used 2 fire extinguishers and could not get to her with 2 fire extinguishers. I got so close to her that my uniform shirt melted around my body armor.
Oh my goodness!
And I had to watch her die. She was looking at me eye to eye when she sat down and burned up in that car.
Oh, that's hard.
And I still have nightmares of that. I'll wake up every now and then in the middle of the night sweating and just see her face burning.
Yeah, and that's the thing. People are like, so mean towards police officers. They don't understand. Like they're doing their job. Like they see horrible things. I have mad respect for police officers. I was thinking more like unsolved cases, but yeah, that's horrible.
I didn't come across too many unsolved cases. I mean, pretty much all that went to different divisions. I was a narcotics police officer.
Oh, okay.
And, so I pretty much worked dope. If I wasn't out buying dope, and I was going serving warrants, kicking doors, and stuff like that, I just happened to be the closest one to that vehicle fire whenever the call come out. I mean, I was quick to, if a call was serious, I was quick to get there first. If a rookie could handle it, I would let the rookie get there, and I would just linger in the background and watch them to make sure they didn't need help or get ambushed or nothing like that.
She said, not talking about the veggie kind. I'm bad. Okay, first off, if you're not talking about the vegetable kind, you came across something that's rotten, you better told that motherfucker to wash it. Laura. Talking about serious stuff, and she's talking about rotten cucumbers.
Is she still hooked on them vegetables?
Yeah, she said that she's not talking about the vegetable kind of cucumber. And I said if that's the case, you better tell that motherfucker to wash that shit.
The marshmallow.
No, you need to let him sleep now. He's tired.
No,
Yes, he is.
I need the body.
You want to say hi to everybody?
Yeah,
Okay.
and we JJ.
And
Sorry,
JJ's
guys. I was just
here.
saying goodbye to Ashley and Zach.
Yeah, JJ's here.
Hi,
Come on.
Jay.
And your
Hey,
body.
Robert, if Laura tries to fix a salad for dinner, do not eat it.
Oh my God. Why?
Say hi.
Hi.
There he is. See, right there he is.
Hi, JJ.
Hi, JJ.
Hi.
Oh, you need to hear him? Here's the headphone. There we go.
Hi, JJ.
Mess hall.
Hello.
Say hi to him. Say hi, mess hall.
Hi.
Hello.
And hi, JJ.
Good job.
Now what do I know?
Yeah, see, he's sleeping. Leave him alone.
No, he might
He's sleeping. He's sleeping now, so he can torture me all night. All right, trying to think more questions.
Anybody in the chat have any questions for Mess Hall? I mean, I don't want to hold him forever either.
Yeah. So he
As
said
we
he
all
gets,
know, he's a busy man.
gotta go plant some cucumbers.
Yeah. If it's got bumps all over it, don't put it in your mouth.
That's rule number one. Thanks, Laura. You do not need another cat. 2 is enough. I don't know. I guess you can can more.
Did Mess Hall? Did you say? I don't remember. Did you say you have animals on your farm?
Yes. About 200 head of cattle, 17 horses, I think 30 some odd chickens, a couple goats, 25 hogs.
You should video them horses
Okay.
sometimes. My girls will
Cats, couple
watch
dogs.
that for hours.
I don't post videos of the family farm because there's so much family out there and they don't want to be on there. And, just because that is on the farm, they're not all mine. Some of them are theirs. I don't want to get into nothing with them to do with my
Oh, that makes
YouTube
sense.
channel. So I try to keep everything on my YouTube channel strictly on my property.
Yeah. Yes. YouTube's not for everybody.
I mean, that's like when I cooked all night last time. I mean, some of those guys told their wives they was going to be at work all night. They come over here and cooked out with me all night and got drunk and passed out in the lawn chair out in the yard, and I didn't, posting on that video.
He's sleeping. Leave him alone.
Guys are open.
Come on. Bring his brother in here. You guys do something else today. I need a vacation.
Don't we all?
It's funny because I'll say that and the kids will be like, yeah, we want to go. I'm like, that's not the point.
We can go on vacation and meet up at NBA's place. I could probably make a ride that far.
And I could. Oh, Ruth and Eric live in Kentucky too.
We're at in Kentucky. I'm trying to
You
dictate
don't
where
have.
I'm at compared to them.
I honestly don't even know the name of the town.
Is it closer to Knoxville or closer to Nashville?
Oh, for me, for Tennessee, Tennessee is closer to. It's Knoxville.
Knoxville. Okay.
But Ruth and Eric live in Kentucky. They're not too far from NBA.
Knoxville is about. I could get to Knoxville in about 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I have family there. My foster mother's the only good family that I had. They lived there, and I want to go see them before they're not there anymore. Well, I was talking about Ruth and Eric in Kentucky. Because if we went to NBA, that's Kentucky. That's Ruth and Eric are like 3 hours from him.
Basson said he's gonna take his horse down the Old Town Road. Where she got Gucci. Where she got Gucci on the boobies and butt plug in her booty.
I told Derek that last night. He died laughing so hard. I'm not even play.
I'm still waiting on NBA to paint me a Birmingham.
Oh man, not that song. You and JJ with these depressing ass song.
That's a good song.
That was my nana's favorite song. Nope.
Was it?
I won't be listening. Yeah.
I
You love
changed
that?
it up. I say paint me a hazel green.
That one and what was the other one? Whiskey Lullaby. That one too. Those are her two songs. Those songs killed me.
And when it says put her in the front yard swing, I say put her in the purple thong, make it G string.
see, that would make it easier. That would make it easier to listen to. Hey, you didn't do that Purple Rain.
We didn't do Purple Rain.
He said he was singing Purple Rain. He's like, next week, Purple Rain. I'm like, you didn't do it. It's a joke for NBA's Purple Rain song.
I went JJ on Don't Take the Girl. That's a good song.
Yeah, I had. So my friend Sweet Girl, she's on. Have you seen her? She's on YouTube. If you haven't, you should check her out. Yeah, so we were in her stream earlier, and I had her do that for him, and then I ended up crying like a little freaking sissy bitch. I hate that song.
It's a good song.
I watched the video. I wasn't checking it out. You know me, I go to graduation to see what the new crop's gonna coming out in the field.
No, we're probably gonna get her to come up here too.
I try to keep them young. I was married for 20 years and traded my ex in for a 20-year-old.
Oh God, let's not even. Derek might have the same ideas. Your model. I was 18 when we got together. I was 24. All right, love you, Ruth. Tell the animals I love them. Punch Eric.
See you later, Ruth.
Or she says, kiss the kids, punch the husband. That's what she tells me. Oh my God, that just made me think about that box of boyfriends, Ruth. And she's gone now. We were with the cucumbers. We like I said, we met, and that's where we met, was in the homeless shelter. And they were bringing in produce, and they brought in a box of cucumbers. Ruth straight up looked at the staff and goes, "Ooh, yay, a brand new box of boyfriends," right in front of like the people that donated it.
Oh no.
She did.
I'm a little disappointed, Mama Q. What's up? You asked me if there were any limits. I said no, and you hadn't even scratched the surface.
No, because I wish I would have spend time to like ask a lot of questions.
I got skeletons in the closet.
I was trying to be appropriate today. Well, I know I plan on asking more questions about the police thing because I've never like actually sat down and talked to like a police officer, because except for when I got put in jail that one time. So like, but I mean, I've had all these ideas and questions, and I can't even think of half of them.
Like I say, a lot of people do, and answering questions on here can be a little different. I mean, because the laws are different in your state compared to mine.
Yeah.
And everything I answered was all based off of Alabama and Tennessee laws, because that's what I know.
Well, and I know Tennessee laws are different. Like even like the age of consent is different there than here.
Oh yeah, you can consent down here at 15.
And see, it's like I think it's 16 in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Here, it's not until 18.
I mean, you can down here. I got married when I was 17. I mean, I didn't need no signature or nothing. Here in Alabama, you can marry your first cousin.
What's the funniest call you've ever responded to? Like the funniest? Are there any funny ones?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, like I say, the funniest, I believe I answered one night before also was a domestic violence call. When I got out there, the man was all scratched up and bleeding, and the woman was raising hell. And I get them separated, start questioning what was going on. And I got the woman over here, and I'm talking to the man. I asked him, I said, what are y'all fighting about? He said, well, we have these puppies. The mama won't feed the puppies, so I was milking the cat to feed the puppies. I was like, milking the cat to feed the puppies? He was like, yeah. I said, so y'all fighting over there? I said, that's weird. Don't get me wrong, that's weird. I said, but why is that a reason to fight? And she's at the other end of the car. She hollers out. She said, because I told the dumbass the cat's a tomcat. Pretty much, he was doing his
That's
having
a
his way
joke,
with a
right?
male. No, that's serious. On body camera.
Oh my god. I would have died.
I lost it.
Oh my
There was like 3 officers that just got in their car and drove off. They didn't even stay for the rest of
I
it.
would have loved to. So, the coffee and donuts thing, is that like a real thing? You guys like live off coffee and donuts, or is that like a stereotype?
Stereotype. A lot of people, a lot of officers get pissed off over it. It doesn't bother me. I don't drink coffee. I put so much damn cream and sugar in it, I just get hot chocolate and get the shit over with.
Well, because I've seen plenty of the police officers around here going to get, they stop at the gas station, they get coffee and donuts.
I'm
So, like,
I'm not a huge donut fan, but I do like apple fritters.
oh, those are good. They got this one donut here. I don't get it that often because obviously it's a lot of background stuff. It's a maple glazed donut with like bacon on the top. It sounds gross, but it's so freaking good.
I've had them. Krispy Kreme's got them down here.
Oh, we don't have a Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, me neither.
I like it. I'm not a fan of Dunkin' Donuts for sure. I don't like Walmart donuts. If
We
I'm
have
gonna
Dunkin'
eat a
Donuts.
do you?
Yeah.
If I'm gonna eat
I
a
don't like
donut, I'm going to Krispy Kreme.
Well, we have this place here. It's called By the Dozen Bakery. It's our local bakery, and they make really good donuts. Then we have one here. It's an all-day donut, so they're open like 24 hours a day. It's just like really nice. Like it was funny because one night it was like midnight. I think I was pregnant. I'm like, I really want donuts. Like they should make all like a 24-hour donut place. And Derek's like, I think they have one. I'm like, yeah, what's it called? All day donut. And he's like, I don't know. I just think there's one. Like it was a joke that I made, and then the next day I looked it up, and there's all day donuts. It's like 5 miles down the road.
There's a restaurant down here in the south that it's called I Don't Care.
Really?
And yeah, and the guy that opened it up said he got tired of arguing with his wife every time they go out to eat. He'd ask her where she want to go. She'd say, I don't care. He said, we didn't have I don't care. So I opened up a damn restaurant, and the name of it's I Don't Care. And somebody says where you want to go, and they say that, they come here.
That's great. Yeah, you know, crystals. You guys have a crystal store here.
Oh, hell
We
yeah.
don't. Yeah, we don't have one here.
Okay.
The
They
closest
got White
thing.
Castle?
The closest White Castle is probably about 45 minutes from here. My brother and I have been wanting to make the trip just to go. Harold and Kumar style, apparently. But yeah, we don't. I know it's down because I lived in Tennessee for years. So like we just finally got a damn Chick-fil-A a couple years ago.
I'm not a big Chick-fil-A fan.
Me either, but I'm hoping like maybe it's the start. We got a Sonic here.
Chick-fil-A's copycat recipe is actually on Pinterest, and it is really close. And their number one secret in their batter is powdered sugar.
Really?
Yep.
Hush. This is the joys of having a large dog. Hang on.
I kind of feel bad for JJ. He was on comedy hours. This shit turned into damn Martha Stewart.
Nah, this is good though. I don't mind at all.
Martha Stewart's okay too. She smokes weed with Snoop Dogg. So
I love Snoop Dogg.
I remember when he came out, when he first started.
See, you don't look your
Yeah.
age at all, like for real. Like you're like, I got kids. You got kids my age, or close to it. Enough. I wasn't putting you in a day over like 32, and you got like, yeah, I got kids that are.
See, I lost my virginity very young. I got around.
Me too. What the hell? Trying to think of other questions. JJ, you gotta ask some questions.
I was asking questions earlier. You know me, Mr. Quiet.
I know. I know more stuff about paranormal than I do about farming and stuff. That's more
Well,
roots. I should.
I
you're
didn't
talking
jump.
to a
I
brown
didn't
son
jump
over
in
here.
there a lot yesterday on the whole paranormal thing. I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not real. Like JJ said one time, it's never happened to me.
I
I'm
don't get
not
to
gonna
be skeptical
I'm
because
not gonna study about it or anything like that. If there's a damn haunted house and you want me to stay all night in it, fuck, let's go.
nice. Well, for me, like I definitely hear stuff when the spirit boxes are on. I hear it. I've had too many experiences not to believe in it, and being clairvoyant, I don't have a since I was born. I don't have a way to not believe it because it's happened. Like there'll be times where I've had dreams that shit's gonna happen. The exact same thing has happened to happen.
You know what
Well,
it
I'll
sounded
set
like
stuff.
to me?
What?
It sounded like my sprinkler on my garden.
Yeah, JJ doesn't hear anything either. It's because you're not open to it. Neither of you are open to it, which is why you don't hear it.
I was
Skeptic
trying. I was
Burns.
actually pumping gas whenever that you was talking about it and listening to it. And I was trying to have my ear down, hold my finger on my earpiece.
I heard
I
some
don't
more
hear
words
shit.
today when I re-listened, but it takes time. And I wished I would have shut the hell up and like just let it go the whole time and then spoke at the end. But I didn't. I'm blabbermouth. I said
I'm
he
not.
looks.
I'm gonna have to find me a spirit that was blind and can write that shit in braille so I can read it.
Well, really, it's just manipulating energy. I don't know. I mean, if you don't believe it, you don't. I'm not gonna be like Derek doesn't. Derek didn't believe in anything paranormal either until he met Charlie's ass. Now he believes that little fucking thing. So when I was a kid, or when my mom was younger, my mom was living with my aunt and uncle at the time, and she heard my aunt scream, and she goes upstairs, and on the bed, the center of the bed's moving up and down like a kid is jumping on it. So, so my mom just makes a joke or whatever and goes, "Oh, come on, Charlie, get off the bed," and like it stops. And, and I guess this ghost was in her life for like this long time, and when she went to leave my aunt's, like she felt this feeling. She opened the door. He followed her. Well, then after a while, like I guess when she passed, he came along to me, and like he just pulls pranks where you'll have something somewhere. Say you'll put your keys on the dresser, and they'll be on the dresser, and you'll come back to the dresser and you'll look for them keys and they're not there, and you'll look all over the house 100 times, not find them, and then come back and they'll be right on the dresser in the same spot you put them. That was before we had kids.
I'm not changing the subject on you, Mama Q, but
You could change it.
Beaks asked, what's the fastest high-speed chase I was in? I chased a car from the Alabama-Tennessee state line up Interstate 65 all the way to Nashville at 162 miles an hour.
Oh, Jesus.
We made it from the state line to Nashville in 34 minutes.
You know, we're not doing paranormal today, so you can change the subject.
Damn, that's fast.
It
Yeah,
was
that's
moving. It was scary.
You're the star of the show. I'm just here. Hey, Ari, if you could ask a cop any question, what would you ask him? Huh? Give me a good question. Give me a good question. Come on. I'll answer your question when you give me a good one. Are you
You
going to
put
answer
it on the spot.
it? Yep, I'm putting her on the spot. Give me a question. Why are you going to pretend to be shy? You are not shy. Looking like JoJo Siwa. Girl on her JoJo Siwa obsession.
Laura said that's quite a hike. And yeah, Laura, that was it was roughly about 90 miles is how far it was. We drove in 34 minutes.
I wonder what Kaylee would say. She's more.
But the end of the story is I got his ass. I wrecked my police car, but
Why would you say that? Okay, I can answer that one, yes.
He shouldn't have slowed down. As soon as he slowed down, I drilled him.
I said, Kaylee, if you could ask a police officer one question, what would you ask him? She said, I'd ask him if he's weird. I said, I can answer that one, yes.
Very weird.
What else would you ask the police officer? Where's the drinks? What you said?
And I don't drink my soda, then I eat my chips.
You drink your soda and you eat that. I don't even know what she's talking about.
And then my chips. And then I did put my stick, I go, oh my God, and drive it. That's what I'm doing.
Binks, he was on felony federal probation, and he was attempting to kick in the door and shoot his wife with a shotgun and her boyfriend with a shotgun. And he was not supposed to be in possession of firearms because of his federal probation. And he panicked and jumped in the car and ran. He is currently serving 19 years to finish up his felony probation for federal charges. And then he will go to court on the charges coming from the chase.
What's the crime of the worst criminal you came across? Like, what are they guilty of? Worst.
Sex offender. Child sex abuse.
Oh, I couldn't do that. I would kill that motherfucker. Oh, that's another question. Like, well, I guess because you weren't like in the jail itself, I was gonna say that. Is it true, like that the cops purposely put them in like cells with people they know will beat their ass?
No,
it's not true.
If you're arrested for a crime like that, you're automatically going to go into solitary confinement. When you go to court and you're found guilty and sentenced, the judge will dictate whether you go into general population or you remain in solitary confinement.
I don't think that's fair. I think that's protecting somebody whose ass doesn't deserve to be freaking protected.
I agree 100% on that personally. I think a cop killer should go straight to general population.
Yep.
To me,
honestly,
do not mess with kids and do not mess with old people.
Okay, so like situations where it's like a 16-year-old girl lied and said she was 18 and a 20-year-old, that kind of situation, no. But like these baby rapers, I think that they should just get I'm sorry, I don't care, this is my opinion, I think they should get the death penalty because it's an illness, it's not something you could change. They're going to, if they go back out into population, they're going to do the same shit most of the time and get thrown back in there anyway. It's not safe for children. That's my opinion, though. I think it should be a death penalty. Like legit situations that are like.
All I can say on it if somebody screws with one of my kids, you better hope the police get your ass before I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's certain situations, like the ones that are just like lying teenagers and young kids and stuff that's just a bad, like that happens a lot in Wisconsin. But like a real pedophile, I think that's just my opinion, though. Bing said, "Did you have any murder cases?"
Yes, sure it is.
Did you solve them?
I cannot talk about them.
Oh, that's right. See, there's a question. There's something you can't answer.
I mean, even though I'm not a police officer anymore, there are cases that I dealt with that have not been to court yet. I mean,
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, because
I haven't been a police officer in 2 years, almost 2 years now. So, with that being said, I mean, I may have a case come up 5 years from now that I have to go to court on.
yeah, and like you can't divulge details because divulging some detail might affect the case, and then you just screwed something up completely.
Correct.
Yeah, no, that's more than understandable.
The only cases I will talk about is cases that have already been through court, sentenced, and done with.
Okay, so what's the worst murder case you worked on that's been completed, sentenced, whatever?
I would say where a guy shot and killed his nephew.
Who's younger?
Just a family dispute. Yeah, the guy was probably, I would say, in his late 30s, and he shot and killed his nephew that was maybe 18 or 19. And I mean, just over them being drunk, being stupid. Pretty much damn rednecks.
Yeah. I think the hardest cases probably for me would be anything relating to children would just be hard for me.
I've always seen a lot of death. My freshman year in high school, I lost 7 friends to gunfire, being gang related, and my best friend shot and killed herself right in front of me when I was 15.
See, now I'm getting to the meat and potato questions, and everybody disappeared. I should have. I'm sorry. I should have. I figured since we all talked that the questions just would come out for me, and I should have sat down and wrote them down last night, like I did with Susie's. But your channel is not like your channel is multiple things because you got your cooking and you got your gardening and stuff, and then you got the police officer side of you. So there's so many ways I could go with the questions. I just figured I'd wing it.
And there's other channels, that I watch and follow, and they follow me too, that are gardening and homesteading, and they're police officers. There's still
Really?
some of them are still police officers today.
That's cool. You ever see it's like a multiple thing. So like with Susie, it was paranormal. So like those questions were, and I'm really into paranormal, so those questions were easy for me. But like what I know about farming and planting, and Ruth has taught me that stuff. Oh, you're back, Ruth? She just put a link on. Alabama cop cake. Oh, she gets the gift. She won.
Is that it?
Yeah, Alabama cupcakes. Yep, there you are, right there.
I can't find out. I'm trying to get it to open.
She found it before me. You didn't even wait till we were done, cheater pants.
She took advantage.
Cheater.
I know if I can get it to open, I knew I'd done that for a reason. Ruth, I can't get it to open right now. If you could email that to me, and I'll open it up. And yes, it is the audition one.
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing, but yeah, because I want to get back here. But yeah, she found it. She gets the gift, you cheater pants. I was going to go find that.
I'll send her something. And like I say, the reason I did that is because my buddy asked me just the other day if I could find it. And I looked and looked and looked, and I could not find that damn thing.
I knew. I'm like, there's a reason he's gonna have her find that video. Yeah, no, I still got to go back and listen to that freaking thing figure from yesterday. All right. Any other questions?
Matter of fact, I just screenshotted it so I could go look too when I get off of here.
Who designed your sticker?
Actually, there's a business called Maximum Promotions that is about 3 miles from my property. And I went over there and we sat down and designed it together.
Cool.
They've done all my, I mean, that banner behind me is 3 foot by 3 foot square, and it cost me $38.
It's not bad. Yeah, I got
really
your sticker is the first sticker I ever got. It's gonna be on my sticker board when I get it. I was gonna put it here, but probably.
I now have a Tiffany Pagoda sticker and off-grid bound sticker that is on my banner also now.
I got off-grid sticker and your sticker. I'm ready for Eric to. I designed a sticker for him, and I'm ready to see those. Those are cool.
And I just put my order in for mine, so I'm gonna be getting here soon.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on yours too, Grandpa. Anybody else have questions?
Thank you, Ruth. And I'll come up with something to send y'all. It'll be something good too.
What's your favorite thing to plant? Like out of all the things you plant, what's your favorite thing that you have in your garden? Marijuana.
No, I'm joking.
I know that's a lie.
My favorite thing to plant is there's actually a video on it also on my channel. It's going to be my Indian corn. My grandmother being Cherokee and cropping with her growing up, that's what we grew was Indian corn. And it just, to go out there and be able to harvest a crop of Indian corn, it reminds me of being with her when I was a child.
Aw.
She taught me how to cook. She taught me how to farm. She taught me everything. I mean, I loved my grandma.
Yeah, me too. Honestly, she was the first person, the list of people that I lost. She was the first person that I lost, and it was really hard. Like, she taught me how to cook and how to bake, and I was in the kitchen with my grandma since I could walk. Like I said, I was cooking at 6 years old, but she had me in there when I'm 2 years old mixing cakes. And, gosh.
Bink said any serial killers, just JJ. I seen him kill some Wheaties.
I know. I seen this spoon. I was in the store. I seen this spoon. It said serial killer at Spencer's. I totally wanted to get it for him. I'm like, I want to get him this.
I have a cereal video on my channel also that's pretty hilarious.
I gotta get another video up.
Yeah, I'm gonna run his videos tonight.
I gotta get NBA's ran again. No,
I was running his all day today.
man, I've ran his twice. I think YouTube's on some bullshit. Because I have ran his all night from midnight until noon the next day, 2 days in a row. I know everything there is to know about trapping apparently now after watching that.
NBA does some cool stuff.
Yeah, he does. It was interesting though, because when I think about trapping, I think about this mean, but it wasn't. It was it was different. That's why I like YouTube, different channels where you you got this preconceived notion of something, and usually you're wrong.
I don't understand a lot of things about YouTube. guns. I mean, you see people that won't post anything to do with guns, but then again, I watch a channel that people do gun reviews. They're out on the range, they're shooting guns,
Yeah.
and they're getting paid. I mean, they got hundreds of thousands of numbers, and they're getting paid. And then like the music in the background, you see people doing reaction videos to Bink's favorite song, Old Town Road, and they're getting paid from it. I mean, how can they do it? But yet, little people get
Yeah, it doesn't make no
copyrighted
sense.
for it.
Like because I honestly I must assume that it's like how like when you're in contract with the cell phone and you get grandfathered into the deal because like they were doing that before the new rules. So maybe like because the rules weren't different then, but I don't know. I don't know. I think it's just ridiculous because my brother watches those too. There's this Russian guy that he watches that does all these
Yes,
gun reviews.
yes, the Russian guy is amazing.
Yeah, he watches. He watches. He does his gun reviews, and then there's a one Russian guy that does or maybe he does both the gadget reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the gadgets. I love accents. So, but yeah,
He always puts his safety glasses on first.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Like, but he does stuff with guns all the time, and like stuff that could get copyrighted, and I don't
He
know.
actually does a lot of cooking videos too.
Oh yeah, I watch them. I love like I didn't realize you had cooking videos on your channel, so I will definitely be there. Like I'm guilty of not watching like enough of the like I just now Ruth posted 3 videos within the last like couple weeks and I just now got to them today. And she's my sister. Like I don't know, I used to watch them more so, but I stepped back for I used to be on here from morning until I got addicted in the beginning and then I like consumed too much of my life.
I just set my phone up in the tractor and put in my headphones and hit a playlist and ride the tractor and watch videos all day.
We'll see if I had I see at least I had if I had the tractor I'd be like, well at least I'm doing something. But I mean still like I'll have my phone and like me and the girls will do stuff, I'll just have my headphones in. But that's why I don't do the live as much except for at night because when you're live and you got kids, a lot of people don't understand. Like they're like, you got too much background noise. I have children.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I set aside times, to like you've all seen every time I've been on a live stream, it's been just me, quiet time. Now at a certain time, I'm done. I'm done. I got to go. It's all about my daughter. I will
Yeah,
read to my daughter every night.
yeah. I really need to get back to it. Like the girls, they're now that they're getting older. I used to read to Ariana. I mean, Ariana reads to herself now, but I read to her every night until she learned how to read herself, and I still read to Kaylee. Yeah,
That's
we used to.
my little girl's smart. I mean, 3 years old. She's way been knowing her colors. She knows all her alphabets. She can count to 100. I mean,
See, Kaylee, that's amazing. Kaylee's delayed in something. Ariana could do that too before but Kaylee has a few delays, and I'm working with her with it. But all I can do is just work with her with it.
that's how she learned. I mean, if we're not reading to her, we'll grab a box of flashcards and do the
Yeah,
flashcards with us. If we're
and
playing a board game or something, she's playing with us, and we're making her count each step she moves on the
yeah,
board and all that.
so we do that. We do that too with Kaylee. She just has some trouble retaining it, and I might just be a little bit of a learning disability, and that's okay if she has that. I'll work with her and we'll go there because Derek did too. He had special needs classes, and if that's the case, that's okay.
I think all kids have it. I mean, my little girl, after 5-10 minutes, you're gonna have to let her go do her thing and run for a minute.
Yeah, so me and Kaylee, I like how you said with the board game. That's what I do. I try to incorporate an N to where like if we're like on like a car trip or something, we'll like do the things with the letters, or like I'll try to way to incorporate it into where it's fun with like a board games, or she doesn't realize that she's learning when we're doing it. Or
We're in
like
the
I'll have
car, we're singing.
we do like the alphabet. Well, it depends on if we sing too, but if it's like a long trip or something, we'll do like the alphabet games. Or she likes to help me cook too, so like I'll have her help me measure the stuff out.
Oh yeah, my little girl's got her kitchen and then she's got a whole set of metal pans and pots and she's got all of those toys, vegetables
Yeah,
and
my
her easy bake oven and all that set up in there. If we're in the kitchen, then she's in her kitchen.
yeah, they have their own like play kitchen, but like I have her actually help me like, well she's older too, but I have her like actually help me like measure it, and cook it, as long as she's not near the stove.
Well, I
She's
hate to
3.
be a party pooper, but 3:30 comes early in the morning for me.
Oh, that's right. You gotta get up early.
Yeah.
3:30, you sleeping late, buddy?
I'm gonna still be awake when you get up.
Yeah, because that'll be 2:30 your time.
Yep. I'll just be probably getting ready to lay down.
If you get
And then
bored,
I
Jay,
try not. I try not to do what my son does and fall asleep while I hunt.
Oh, really? He's the one that falls asleep, but yeah, he's the one got all them turkeys. So maybe you should fall asleep because he's the one getting turkeys.
Maybe that's the key.
Yep.
if
See,
you
I
get
got
bored,
you. I
if
got
you
you,
get bored,
Jack.
JJ, you know I'll be up. Just give me a holler.
Definitely. If I get one, you're all gonna hear me screaming from where you are.
All right.
I'm expecting a message if you get one.
Oh yeah. I'll do it on Hangout so everybody knows.
All right.
Sure, I'm sure you will.
I appreciate y'all having me up, JJ. And like I say, if you need me again, just holler. I'll come back up.
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure,
definitely.
And then I'll
It was
prepare a
great.
little more.
Yeah, so everybody who's going to be rewatching this or anything, just make sure you check out Mess Hall. The Mess Hall. I'll put his link up in the chat again. It was a blast. Man. It was fun. I like to hear how you went through your life and everything. It was a good time.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well.
I enjoy sharing my story. I'm proud of it. It's what made me the man I am.
You should be
And maybe,
proud of it. That's
like maybe hearing your story about like your struggle and like almost losing your life over, maybe just that little bit of that story on here will save someone else's life. You never know. That's why I tell my stories, because sometimes it might, if it saves one person. You know?
If
So, I mean,
this video saves one person, hey, then again that makes my career all worthwhile. That's why I did it.
there you go.
let's pick it up.
Enjoy your
All right.
hunting. Y'all have fun. I'm going to cook some dinner.
All right.
Yeah. All right. I love y'all.
Love you too. And I will talk to you all again real soon. Thanks again, Mess Hall.
You're welcome, brother. Thank y'all.
Thank you
Roll
too.
Tide.
Roll Tide.